If your plant leaf looks like this, don't panic. It's trying to tell you something. Yellow leaves are the most common things that plant parents stress about. And the good news is, once you know what to do to fix it, it's usually pretty simple. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to figure out what your plant is trying to tell you and what to do about it. If you find this helpful, go ahead and tap that like button. Let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through the 5 reasons your plant leaves turn yellow and exactly how to fix each. First up, honestly, the most common one is overwatering. See how this leaf seems to feel a little soft and mushy? That's the first clue. There's too much water. The roots can't get enough oxygen, and so they start to suffocate. The plant can't absorb nutrients properly, and so the leaves start turning yellow from the bottom. This Syndapsis has overwatered when I got it, and so this yellow leaf is trying to tell me that it had too much water. So if you have a leaf that's kind of looking like this, you can tell that you can see what overwatered soil will actually look like. It's usually dark and heavy, and it doesn't spring back when you poke it. It'll just stay where it is. It's kind of like mud. So the fix is, what I'm doing here, is to let it dry out before you water it again. You stick your finger into the soil about 1 inch, and if it comes out damp, you want to wait till it dries out. Most houseplants want to dry out at least partially between waterings. Next is underwatering. And yes, it can cause yellow leaves as well, which is why a lot of people get confused. If you see this plant here, the leaves are mostly all droopy, but you see these leaves are yellow and kind of curling up. And this leaf here is dry and crispy. And there's a few of them in here. Notice the difference between one that's overwatered and the soil would be mushy, and one that is underwatered and the yellow leaf curls up and the soil is extremely dry. Notice the difference between the one we just looked at and this leaf that is extremely dry around the edges. When you're underwater, you're going to find that the leaves are dry at the edges and they may be a little crispy and curling. The plant is stressed because it's not getting enough water for nutrients to be able to be absorbed in through the roots and up into the leaves. The soil will tell this story here too. If it starts to pull away from the edges and it's bone dry, maybe even hard to the touch, this plant is thirsty. Also, you can tell it's very lightweight. So the fix is simple. Water it more consistently. Check the soil every few days until you get a feel for your plant's rhythm. Different plants have very different needs, so it's worth looking up the specific care of whatever you've got. So these 2 plants here that I just showed you, they kind of have similar needs, but like I said, this one had been overwatered when it came to me, and so I've really held back on watering it. And this one is one of my plants that I haven't repotted yet, that I recovered from the store, and it is usually very dry. I kind of let it go for quite a while before I water it, but if you know anything about a golden pothos, the minute I water this, it's going to bounce right back. Now this one's a little trickier to spot. It's a nutrient problem, and this one looks different, and that's the clue. I'll show you an example. This plant has a lot going on, but one of the examples I'm going to show you is, even though this is a philodendron that has usually chartreuse colored leaves, this particular plant, these leaves should be dark green. If you'll notice, like this one is dark green. Let me show you that. This one's dark green, but this one here is a very odd, funny color. And you notice how it still has some green in it in the middle portion? This plant isn't getting the nutrients it needs. Now, this plant has a very particular issue that's going on with it right now, which I've discussed in other videos and I'll be continuing to update you on, but this one is having a pest issue. Now, the pest issue is going to present a little differently, but once it gets this bad or this far along, then the pest issue is going to start to deprive the plant of nutrients. And the nutrient issue a lot of times will manifest or show up like this type of yellowing. See how it's yellowing, but there's still some green? A lot of nutrient issues will have yellowing throughout the leaf itself, except where the veining is, and that will remain green. And that's your indicator that it is a nutrient issue. Now, that nutrient issue could be because the roots are not able to absorb the nutrients from the water or from the soil like they should. And so there's a couple of different things to consider, but you just need to know how to inspect or know how to notice and identify when a plant is having a nutrient issue. What we're looking for here is leaves that turn yellow, but the veins stay green. That green vein pattern is a classic sign of nutrient deficiency, usually iron or magnesium. The plant doesn't have what it needs to produce chlorophyll evenly, so you get that uneven color. It can also be if the soil pH is off. Even if the nutrients are technically there, the roots can't absorb them properly. The fix, if your plant hasn't been fertilized in a while, start there. A balanced liquid fertilizer during the growing season can make a big difference. If the problem keeps happening, it might be worth repotting into fresh soil. Pests like spider mites, fungus gnats, and thrifts, which I've been dealing with myself and a few of my plants right now, they can stress the plant enough to cause yellowing. They damage the leaves or roots, and the plant can't function the way it should. The yellowing from pests usually comes alongside other signs like tiny holes, webbing, sticky residue, or you might actually spot the bugs themselves if you look closely at the undersides of the leaves. I've got a whole dedicated video on dealing with pests. I'll link it in the description below. But the short version is isolate the affected plant, treat it, and keep checking it over the next few weeks. This plant here, which is a philodendron silver sword, has pests, and I think that the leaves are going to turn yellow, but right now they're still green, but there is some patterning on here that I can tell it was pest. It has been one that was attacked by thrifts that I've been dealing with, and I've already treated it, but I can see that this leaf is already damaged. The thrifts come in and they suck the nutrients out of the plant tissue, and that's why you get that yellowing, because the plant can no longer, or the leaves can no longer survive. So in this case, the leaf isn't actually yellow yet, but there is damage. Right along here you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's some damage right in here where the pests have eaten through the leaves. This one doesn't have as much damage, but you can tell by the way that this plant isn't very big. It hasn't thrived. Once it was cut, you can tell there's two areas where it was pruned, and it still hasn't bounced back yet. There's one little area here of a node or a leaf that looks like, or a shoot that might be coming off of this node. So the plant is trying to do everything it can to survive. We just have to try to give it that opportunity to have the environment where it can thrive. So I want to try to eradicate these pests so that my plants can go back to living their normal life. Now, reason number 5, and the last reason, and this one's actually good news. Natural aging. If it's just the bottom leaves and everything else is fine, your plant is just being a little plant. Just remove the leaf and move on. Let me see if I have an example of this. So here's kind of an example of what happens. If you'll notice on this plant, this is one of the oldest leaves, and it is starting to yellow a little bit. This one here is not quite the oldest leaf, and it looks like it has some damage, But this type of leaf, if this leaf goes bad, this is the new or the oldest one on the vine. You can tell where it comes and it meets the soil. That's the very first leaf out of the stem after the stem comes out of the soil. So this particular leaf, if he goes yellow like he's kind of doing there, he looks like he has some damage. This type of leaf goes yellow, you just trim this leaf off, and that's actually a good sign because the plant is actually putting more nutrients into it. I don't know if you can see this new little leaf right here that's coming off. It's actually a new stem and leaves coming off, and a lot of these others are putting out new leaves. So this plant is healthy and growing, but sometimes it has to sacrifice some of the older leaves to continue to develop and grow the newer stuff. So like I said, this is actually a good problem or an okay problem because it just shows that your plant is maturing and it's just doing what a plant does. Okay, so here's your 30-second diagnosis. Screenshot this graphic and save it for later so that you can use it to help to diagnose your yellowing leaves on your plants. So ask yourself, are multiple leaves yellowing or just one or two at the bottom? If it's just the bottom leaves and everything else looks healthy, that's natural aging, nothing to worry about. If it's more than that, check the soil. If it is wet and heavy, you're probably overwatering. If it is bone dry, underwater. Does the soil feel okay, but the leaves have green veins? Check your nutrient situation. And if you're seeing other signs like holes or webbing or sticky residue or actual bugs, pests are your culprit. So what's your big plant problem? Tell me in the comments below. I read every one, and if you want to go deeper on dealing with pests, I've got a video on exactly that, and you can check it out right here. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.